Okay, I'm going to take you through image adjustments and how to change your colored photo to black and white. Please always take your pictures in color. Do not take them in black and white and then try to adjust them later. So please take them in color. We'll also work with some lighting and everything in the actual environment so that we're not trying to do everything in Photoshop. Okay, we need to open an image. You can go up to the top of your screen and choose File Open. I like to just double click here and open up. Going to my downloads, of course, you'll have to go into your Google Drive and download the pictures you want and then pull them from your downloads. Trying to find the picture that I want to use. I'm going to find something colorful and make it not so colorful. Okay. What we're going to do is change this to black and white, and it's actually pretty easy to do. In your layers box, which is this box down to the right, okay, if you cannot see your layers box, you would go up to Window and make sure Layers is checked, okay? I'm going to also click on my history and make sure that box is open as well. That'll kind of show me all the steps that I've gone through. I don't know why it doesn't default to having that open, but I always like to have that there for me. Okay, when we make an image adjustment, we're going to work from our layers box. So down in our layers box, there's this little circle. Okay, I like to call it the black and white cookie sometimes, but it's your image adjustment icon. And you would click on that. And there's going to be a drop-down menu that you can't see here all the way because I'm cut off here a little bit, and I do apologize for that. But there is a black and white option. So you're going to click on that. Easy enough, right? It'll change your image to black and white. And it does a pretty good job of creating that adjustment right then and there. Okay? But sometimes, you know, we like to have things adjusted a little bit more specific. You know, if I wanted maybe this to be a little lighter, this lock right here a little lighter, and maybe this lock a little darker, we can actually go in and adjust those things. I know that some of these were red, so I could actually click on my slider bar, and if I slide, all the reds are going to become darker or lighter depending on where I slide it. Same for the yellow, okay, and the green, your cyans, and your blues, okay? Now you're probably like, Miss Metropolis, it's black and white. How do you know what those colors were? You're right. How do I know what those colors were? Sometimes I don't. What you can actually do is if you have your mouse on your actual area here, you can, you should be able to click right on it and adjust that. Okay, so here's our little hand here. Okay, and you click on this little hand, and you can actually click on the part of the picture. Okay, and if you move it to the left, it's going to darken all those colors in the image. Now you're using this particular one as a guide, because this is the one we want to darken maybe, or maybe this is the one we want to lighten. So if you want to lighten, you click and drag to the right. It'll lighten everything, and then see here it's telling me, well, that's a yellow. Okay, now I think one of these was red. I'm just trying to guess. Maybe this one. I had that wrong. Maybe this one was red. I just want to show you which one may have been red. Here, I'm just going to click this. Oh, this one was red. Okay. So if I want to darken this one, see, that one was the red one. And then there were some other ones that were red. Okay, so maybe I wanted to do that just to adjust. And again, this is, if you click on the hand here, you can actually touch into the, maybe the sky was a little bit too dark, and I want to bring that back. Maybe I want to darken this a little bit. So on and so forth. So you could go in and actually pick and choose where you want things darkened, where you want things lightened, because maybe this is going to help, you know, pick where you're going to have your emphasis. Okay. So that's image adjustments for black and white. Close this. So see here's our black and white option that we've created. We can hide that just to see how it looks. The eyes over here hide your change. So you can kind of take a look and see what you did. Now, this is going to, if we go and save this right now, okay, File, Save As, it's going to save it as a PSD, okay? Now, I'm going to want you, if you know you're going to do more changes, you can save this as a PSD and put it in your, keep it in your downloads. We can organize it in your own files. But when you turn in work, you're going to actually turn in the original image and you're going to turn the changed image, and you're going to actually have to change it to a JPEG. So if this were Locks, for instance, if this was my original, I might title this Locks BW for black and white, and then I would change it to a JPEG, okay? And then I would have this, okay? But that's after I do a save in a PSD file, and then I save a second file as a JPEG. And the reason for doing that, I'm going to cancel this out, is because if you save it as a PSD, when you open it back up in Photoshop, you can click back on this icon here and maybe adjust things. Now if you save it as a JPEG, it's going to flatten the image and it's just going to be a black and white picture, and you won't be able to go back and modify it in this cool way that it lets you do this. So please make sure that you save a PSD file and a JPEG file, and if you forget to do that, well, you'll just have to open the original file again and change it again. So as a word of warning, I would save one of these as a PSD, save one of these as a JPEG, and there you have it.